Welcome, football fans. You're live. Third down with Morgan Holder. I am Morgan.
And I am older. Welcome to the show.
I want to give a shout out because road to Super Bowl. We got one more show after this, so I want to go ahead and get this done right. So I want to give a shout out to Mike, Undisputed, and Get Up.
You want to do it right? You give a shout out to them?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I like Stephen A. I'll give you that. But
Stephen A. is awesome.
The Pivot, Speak for Yourself, which has Joy Taylor on there now, and Get Up.
I'll give you two of those. I'll give you two of those. I'll give you two of them.
Don't give me any.
It's been a real crazy NFL season. I thought the 49ers was going to win. Obviously, they did not. Some retirements happened unexpectedly. TB12 finally retired. Hope he stays that way. And then Mr. Sean Payton coming back. That's crazy. Holder, what is your craziest time of the year with football?
Well, crazy, I wouldn't call it crazy. I would call it unforeseen, I guess. Jacksonville making the playoffs and the Chargers not.
The Chargers didn't make the playoffs. They just lost against the Jaguars.
Was that a playoff game? I guess it was a playoff.
It was a wild card game. It was first game.
Yeah, they came back. Yeah, that's right. They came back from 20-something points.
They did.
Well, how about the Chargers being knocked out of the playoffs by the Jaguars?
Yeah, because
even being there was a shock.
It was a shock. When we first started the show during the season, I had the Chargers going to Super Bowl majority of the year. I can't believe they lost. They looked really, really good.
Yeah, well, you know what? Everybody was saying that their head coach is going to be fired. They didn't fire him.
Not yet.
They fired the offensive coordinator.
And hired sorry OS Kellen Moore.
And he went to the Cowboys. So
Kellen Moore is sorry. I can't believe the Chargers got him. He had one job for the Cowboys, and that's to get Dak Prescott going. And he failed.
Yeah, who going?
Prescott, man.
Now, what'd you say? What's his first name?
Dak Prescott. Dak. I don't care. Sounds better when I say it.
Oh, you and these names. Why do you butcher these guys' names?
Because nobody on my team. I'm hoping they get to reach out to me.
That's the prejudice. Okay.
Man, a big loss for the Chargers right now is Justin Herbert, shoulder surgery. This is gonna hurt him until at least till maybe preseason.
He'll be back. And as long as he's on the field opening day, he'll be fine. Fine. I mean, these guys are being paid millions of dollars. Now he's still on his rookie deal, right?
Yeah. Yep. I think next year he'll be in this. He'll be on that fifth year like Lamar Jackson is this year.
These guys get the best care, the best surgeon, the best therapist. He'll be back.
Let's hope. Speaking of big injuries, even though the 49ers did beat up the Eagles did beat up 49ers, I do have to point out that Brock did mess up his elbow and he's surgery. The Eagles blasted them 31-7. I don't know who the fourth string quarterback is, but I guess he's been in the league for like 10, 15 years. I've never heard this guy, and he sucks.
Josh Johnson.
He sucks.
Josh Johnson, yeah, he was horrible.
I never heard of that guy.
That's why he's fourth string.
I didn't know who he was. 15. You figure being in the league for 15 years, you're going to help a team out and win. This guy blew his one chance he's supposed to have. Fumbled the ball.
Think about it.
He sucks.
The guy, he's not in a position to hold the clipboard, right? That's the number 2 guy.
Well, Brock wasn't in a position either.
3, it doesn't matter.
Just saying. A rookie did way better than this 15-year player.
Well, didn't the rookie do better than a lot of veteran quarterbacks in the league this year?
That is true.
I mean,
that is very true.
That's the one. Those are the ones that should be ashamed of themselves because they've been actually playing on the field for X amount of years, and this rookie comes in.
Oh, God. You know,
they just manhandle.
Let me ask you a question about the 49ers. Do you think this is Brock's team, or do you think will they give the reins to Trey Lance when he comes back next year? Because I already have a feeling Jimmy G's gone.
Trey's going to be back up. I mean, this kid, when Trey Lance came in and got his shot, he was horrible. Right? He was horrible. This kid steps on the field because he's forced to step on the field.
And he plays through his injury, or try to play through his injury.
And he plays lights out. The team bought into him. The offensive personnel supported him. The defense put him in good situations. This is his team, dude. I believe that this is his team.
Speaking of defense, Jalen Hurts didn't really do much. 15 for 25 for 121 yards. They actually stopped that guy. I believe
it was a defensive battle.
I believe if Brock wasn't hurt, I feel like the 49ers would have had a better advantage than this Johnson character.
Yeah, I mean, turnovers, that'll get you every time.
I mean, I like to see.
And this kid, he's been in the league for 15 years, but what do those guys get? Those fourth stringers, the third stringers, even, they don't get any reps at all, really.
I wonder if it's going to change.
Comes on the field, it's a big game, right?
It's huge. It's huge. Smoke another one.
He didn't come on the field in the fourth game of the season. He came in the field in a championship game.
Yeah, I'm hoping this Johnson guy is gone for next year. I'm not a big 49er fan, but he really screwed that team over. Really did. He had one job. And he blew it. So, you know what, though? The next topic, Holder, you should be happy because you picked this team to win, and you finally beat me. You finally beat me. After like 10, 11 weeks, you finally beat me. Without tying. You finally just beat me.
I only win the big games. That's what I do.
I guess we're about to see about the Super Bowl, huh? Let's see if you're going to win.
Oh, yeah. We'll see about that.
Kansas City uses late field goal to beat Cincinnati. KC finally beats Joe Burrow.
Why do you think that is, Morgan?
I'm just saying. I mean, how do you feel about that? Knowing that
Why do you think that is? I can open up a lot of things of why KC won this game.
Well, one was a stupid late penalty call that the dumb defensive player decided to go ahead and hit Patrick Mahomes while he was out. That's one. I mean, They sacked Mahomes 3 times.
Chris Jones, that dude came to play.
He's good. He's good, but can he? The question is, can he hold up with Philadelphia's offensive line? And I mean, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a good matchup for sure.
You know what? Cincinnati got cocky. They start calling Arrowhead, Burrowhead. Teams don't like that kind of stuff. You know, we had teams that
I don't think
on the terrible towels and wiped their shoes.
I don't think it was so much. I don't think it was so much Cincinnati. I think it was the fans. I'm not gonna say it was the Cincinnati organization. The fans started it, and they just followed. They followed suit.
No. That started with the players because who was that? One of the players, while Burrow was doing an interview, they came up behind him and said,
"You're
Burrow
right.
head statement."
You're right.
And then the fans jumped on board, and then the mayor jumped on board.
So let me ask you a question.
Started saying things like that. So you know what? When you slander a team and you go into, it's just like these teams that say, you know, other players are soft and this and that and such is overrated. It's karma, man. It comes back and gets them. And gets them.
Do you feel like Cincinnati's going to be back in the playoffs next year? Or do you think they're done?
Do I think who?
The Bengals, Cincinnati. You think back in the playoffs next year? Or
The
you think
Bengals are not my concern right now. I'm not worried about the Bengals.
Just asking. I'm just asking here.
Their history. I'm not a Bengals fan. I'm not a Ravens fan. I'm not a Browns fan.
No, you're a Steelers fan.
Don't ask me nothing about those three teams.
Oh my God.
And this is an opinionated sports talk show, and that's my opinion. And if you, just like you jumped on the Burrow bandwagon, you go right ahead.
Hey, I'm just saying that kid's phenomenal.
I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. I'm not saying that at all.
But and
you really jumped on board hard.
And I think he's phenomenal.
That's why you lost the picks last week.
I only lost one.
Because of the Burrow
bandwagon. But I feel like he's good because of Jamar Chase, Higgins, and Boyd. If you take out Higgins and Boyd and leave Jamar Chase, I don't think he's going to have much to battle with because you have one good receiver. You have three good receivers.
Well, what did Mahomes have? He had all backups.
Oh God!
In that game,
he did,
and he was injured. So, who's the better quarterback? Come on.
But Mahomes has been there. He's been there for a while. Speaking of,
did I tell you Trubisky beat Burrow the first game of the season? Did I tell you that?
Nick sucks. Like you should
never beat him. You don't think Mahomes can beat him? Okay.
Mahomes finally beat him. Finally, in like 5 meetings, he finally got one win. One win. So he's 1-4.
So
1-4.
One win was way more than the other win.
No, because the other two came last year. One in the playoffs, one wasn't in the playoffs. So, okay, so
Super Bowl. It was not.
I'm just saying, last year he was 0-1 in the playoffs against Burrow. So technically, when we look at it, I'm just saying.
Who's got front row seats on that 108-inch TV?
Who's going to the Super Bowl, but who's hurt going to the Super Bowl?
He won't be. He's got 2 weeks to get that right. Trust me.
Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Right. Really? A high ankle sprain for a $500 million man? He'll be right.
No, I hope Mahomes isn't hurt. I want him to play. Speaking of the Super Bowl, Mahomes and Hurt is the first African American quarterbacks to play the Super Bowl against each other. It's also the first time that brother versus brother is happening in the Super Bowl. That's a magical. That is magical. You said I was wrong.
Really? So you didn't think Lovie Smith and
That wasn't quarterbacks.
I know, but they were the first two black head coaches
I said quarterbacks.
to meet the Super Bowl.
These are
You
quarterbacks.
think that's bigger than quarterback?
No.
Well, you don't think it's
Let me tell you.
to be a black head coach in the NFL to make it to the Super Bowl?
Let me tell you why it's not a big
Then
issue.
you had two of them.
Let me tell you why it's not a big issue. Let me tell you why it's not a big issue. You don't see a lot of black coaches anymore, but you see a lot of black quarterbacks coming out of college. A lot of black quarterbacks. So there's something tone high.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It's harder for two black coaches to make it to the Super Bowl when there's not a lot of black coaches.
But there should be a lot of black coaches. There's a lot of black coaches, but should be a lot of black coaches, but there's not. That is NFL's problem.
Morgan,
Just
are
saying.
you listening to me? I'm not saying. I'm just saying because there were few black coaches. The two black coaches went to the Super Bowl and played against each other. Okay, coached against each other. That's what I'm saying. Quarterbacks are a dime a dozen in the NFL.
Oh, definitely.
They're everywhere. So the league has changed. This is before you were sucking your binky.
Ha ha
Back in
ha.
the day, there were white quarterbacks that were pocket passers, and they said that black quarterbacks weren't smart enough to play the position in the NFL.
Well, that's changed.
Now, because the black quarterback is more agile and athletic, everybody's going to that recipe of having a guy that's mobile and is basically a double threat in the backfield.
Do you believe that the NFL is going to try to change rules so they won't run? Because you got to think, Michael Vick broke so many rushing records as a quarterback. Then Lamar Jackson.
Vick, Randall Cunningham. Well, you got to look at the.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Michael Vick.
And all these
No, what I'm saying is Michael Vick broke the records though. As a quarterback, broke records to be like a running quarterback. He broke those records. Then Lamar Jackson came along, right? Now, do you think they're going to change things around so that won't happen?
No. Why would they do that?
I mean, we
Why would
see
they take that excitement away from the game.
we see some
That's
crazy
part of-
crazy
Used
ass.
to be, Morgan, it was a running game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the passing game added more excitement to the game. Now you have a quarterback that can run and chew up chunks of yardage, which adds more excitement to the game. No, they're not going to take that away.
I mean, we seen the NFL do some crazy things. So I just had to ask, what about this brother versus?
They're going to all of a sudden come up with a rule that the quarterback can't run.
I mean, they came up with a rule where you can't hit the quarterback at the legs because of a crybaby. So
Because of what? Because of injuries, right?
one crybaby.
Quarterbacks can still slide after they run. They can
It's
still get
true.
themselves up.
But it took one crybaby to change the rule. One crybaby.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of players that changed rules because it was like Mel Blanc. It was unfair. He was 6'3", 6'4", and he was manhandling receivers on the line, off the line of scrimmage. So they had to change the rule. You couldn't touch him after 5 yards, right? So the Mel Blanc rule. He was a big dude, so it was unfair. But taking quarterbacks out of the equation of running the ball, I don't think that. Now, the flag football thing, that's something else.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. So, what about the Kelsey brothers? What do you feel?
What about them?
I mean,
I
this
don't
is
like neither one of them.
first time brother versus brother. I'm just saying. How do you feel about that situation?
I don't care. I don't care.
You gotta care.
There's brothers in the league that play each other every year, not in the Super Bowl.
But
What's
this
the big deal?
But this is a big moment. I mean, just think about it.
Okay,
They're putting
what's
pressure.
the big deal?
They're putting pressure on their parents. Both of these kids have a Super Bowl ring already.
Pressure? What kind of pressure? They're both of the parents will be in the same stadium.
But they can't choose what kid to chant for.
Why not? They're not betting against them. They're just cheering for their sons. They're not cheering for the team.
I would say if I had two kids playing in the championship, I'm going for the one that's going to win. I'm going to vote. Bet against the others.
Of course you would.
I'm just saying I will bet. So
I'm cheering for my sons, not their team.
I'm just saying I'm going to bet against one.
It was me.
I'm going to bet against one.
You're going to bet against one of your kids.
Yep.
That's just like saying you have a favorite kid. Okay.
It's the best. The best thing is to vote, right?
No. You see, that's why you're a fruit from a different tree. Okay.
I'm just saying.
And you are not any type of nourishment to anybody. You're dangerous. You're a dangerous fruit. Right? You're rotted throughout.
I don't know about all that.
Inside to the outside. So you're saying if you had two professional athlete kids and they went to a big game, be it the World Series, NBA Finals,
well, hold on now.
Super Bowl.
No, see,
you would vote.
It depends on what team they play for. They're playing for my favorite team or sort of my favorite team, right? I'm going for that kid.
Okay, so let's say you had a kid that's playing football in Detroit and a kid that's playing football for, I don't know, any AFC team.
I'm going for Detroit.
You don't like neither. Now, why would you go for the Detroit kid?
It's close to Minnesota.
You don't like the teams in your division.
Close to Minnesota.
I'm done.
I'm giving you a straight answer.
Me and our listeners are done. Okay.
I'm giving you a straight answer.
That's not a good answer. That's not even valid.
That is a valid answer. It's a good answer. I was quick. I didn't have to think about it.
Well, why would you root for a team in your division?
The same way you did.
No, I picked Kansas City.
Also, you picked the Browns one time. I forget who they was playing against, but you picked the Browns once.
Probably because they were playing Tom Brady.
Probably. Anyways. Speaking of bets and whatnot, Caesar Sportbooks has Philadelphia as a small favorite over KC. But I don't understand this because this would be Philadelphia's fourth Super Bowl, while this would be KC's third under Mahomes. And I'm just the way I feel about this is iffy. Because Philadelphia hasn't been to Super Bowl since 2011, 2012, something like that. But this will be KC's third in like 4 years. I don't get it. I don't get how they think of things like that.
Dude, really?
Yeah.
How long have you been in the world of sports? How long have you done? When you talk about that, you're talking about Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about odds and all this. And then when you talk about the NCAA rankings, that has never made sense to me. So why even bother? It's going to be screwed up all the way to the end of time.
Well, no, because NCAA is different. NCAA goes by schedule strengths. NFL doesn't do that. I don't know. I don't get it.
The polls are still jacked up. The polls are jacked up.
This is coming from an Alabama fan. You're an Alabama fan.
I'm an Alabama and Oregon Ducks fan.
You shouldn't say that on live.
I should.
Mm-mm.
And it's real. It's what's real, okay?
All right. If you say so.
Yeah.
If you say so.
We shouldn't even have a show in the postseason because your picks are irrational.
My picks are awesome. And I'm going to tell you my Super Bowl pick.
Everything is wrong.
At the end of the show, or toward the end of the show, I'm going to give you my Super Bowl pick. And I'm going to tell you what's real. Let's see how you feel about that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You don't like neither team.
I don't,
right?
but the pick I'm going to give you is going to probably blow your mind.
You don't like neither team.
I don't.
But yet, you have a pick that makes sense.
I do. And no one knows it, including you.
I don't want to know, really. When we do our picks, mute me so only the fans can hear you. Or I'll mute you.
Okay.
So only the fans can hear you, and then, no, you mute me. Because I don't even want to wrap my mind around what you're about to say.
Okay, well, you wouldn't. You know, if you listen to the show after this, how will I mute you? And you're going to hear me anyways.
No, if you mute me, I won't hear you when you mute me. Trust me.
Oh, you think it'll be like a surprise? Okay.
Trust me.
I can do
Trust
that.
me. And I want you to pack your things up and move out. Embarrass your family. Okay?
You don't know who I'm going to pick
Your
yet.
family does not deserve that.
You don't know who I'm going to pick yet.
It doesn't matter. I know who you're not going with.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll never know. Never know.
I know. Trust me. I mean, this isn't like Minnesota losing or winning by 3. Didn't you guys lose to Detroit this year?
Shut up. Shut up. We split, okay? We beat them. They beat us. Shut up. At least we made the playoffs, unlike your Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, but you know what? Your quarterback threw a 3-yard pass and he needed 8 yards.
You know what?
So
doesn't even matter what he did. We made the playoffs.
It sure does matter what he did. You probably would have lived to play another game.
We would have lost that other game.
Thrown the ball past 8 yards.
We would have lost the other game. At least we didn't have quarter.
You didn't deserve to be in the. Why go to the playoffs if you're not going to win?
Because it's the Minnesota Vikings. They never win besides one game in the playoffs.
I think you should be a Detroit Lions fan next year.
Hell no.
What are you talking about? You said they're going to win the division. I said we agreed that they'll probably win.
I'm not being a Lions fan. Won't you be a Lions fan?
I like the Lions. I'm not a fan, but I like the Lions.
I don't like the Lions. I'm not a fan either.
Why? Why do we talk about things like that? I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to save face for you.
Okay, so you want me to you want me to be a Lions fan? Why don't you let me pick your picks next season?
Because you don't know what the hell you're doing.
I beat you every week. Besides a couple weeks, I beat you. There might be a few weeks high.
Is there any way that you can prove that? Can you post all those that you won?
Can we go back to the shows we did? And
probably not. Probably not.
I think we can
post it where the listeners can see them.
Well, I'll post them. I'll dig out and post them all then. Huh?
You know what?
You got quiet
again. Just pack your stuff.
What? Because you don't want me to prove you wrong? Is that what it is?
Kiss the kids, kiss the wife, tell them you're sorry.
Because
you're not worthy.
You don't want me to prove you wrong?
You're not worthy of the husband-father title. Okay?
Because I beat you? Yeah.
No, because of your pick that's coming up.
You don't know my pick. You don't know it. And speaking of what's coming up, what about the NFL? This new cap. It's going to be at 224.8 mil. How do you feel about that?
Not my money. As long as it's spent correctly is all that counts. My team, fortunately, has a lot of rookies and young players, so we have cap space. And we'll have more cap space when we get rid of Trubisky. And sorry to say, we may lose Watt.
What, Derek? I'll take Derek. I don't know. I like CJ Ham. Well, we could use Derek Watt.
Yeah, we we may lose Darius. I mean, he's $3 million for a special teamer.
Well, y'all can have Kirk Cousins.
Who?
Kirk Cousins.
Who's that?
You know who he is. Speaking of
Cousins?
yeah, Kirk Cousins.
I bet none of our listeners would take Kirk Cousins.
I don't even want Kirk Cousins, so you're probably right.
But you were bragging about his stats.
His stats are good when not in the playoffs. I mean, I take that back. His playoff stats are better than Dante Culpepper's when he played for Minnesota.
You know,
and I don't see how that
did
happened.
Some research on all of the quarterbacks that played for Minnesota,
Mm-hmm.
and I came across a name that kind of shocked me, and that was Jeff George. You guys had Jeff George.
I forgot about him.
Now, I'd rather have Jeff George than Mitchell Trubisky, but you guys had Jeff George.
I forgot about him.
Dude, I'm serious. I don't know what made me do this, probably because Kirk Cousins and your statistics. And I'm looking at all the quarterbacks prior to Cousins. And you guys have some pretty good quarterbacks.
It was okay.
Really?
Yup.
Really?
Yup.
It was okay. Culpepper was okay.
He was okay.
He was a beast. He was a beast.
You know, speaking of research and stuff, I just got this thing across my phone. And, Hargrove, who plays for the Eagles, he's a free agent after the year. And they have...
You mean Hargrave?
Yes, what's up? Hargrave.
You said Hargrove.
I said Grave. Anywho, do you want to know where they got him going after the year? After the season?
Back to Pittsburgh.
No.
Yeah.
Chicago.
We'll get him in Pittsburgh.
Maybe.
He played in Pittsburgh. His heart was in Pittsburgh. Did you know that Ndamukong Suh kicked the field goal and missed it?
I did not know that.
Yeah, you might want to YouTube that one.
Holy shoot. That would be that'd be funny.
Back when he was playing with Detroit.
Dang. It's been that's a while.
Yeah, he shanked it. Shanked it to the right.
Dang.
But he was designated the field goal kicker when their other kickers went down.
That's crazy. I gotta look at that. I gotta YouTube that. Hey, we talked about Sean Payton and other head coaches and whatnot. There was one coach we didn't talk about, DeMarco Ryan. He's going back to Houston, and this time he's going to be a head coach. Do you think that fan base is going to be back to recognize who Houston is, or do you think they're going to fade away?
He's got a lot of work to do. He's got a lot of work. His job is cut out for him if he goes in.
I mean, he's already signed. He's already going.
Well, I don't expect anything big out of Houston for a decade or two.
I mean, they got some good picks, in the draft this year, but
yeah. I'll probably be, what am I now, 68? I'll be 88.
You shouldn't post your age like that. You're not 68. You're like 57, 58. The hell?
I'll be in my 80s when they make the playoffs again. Okay?
I don't think they won't make the playoffs, and the reason why they won't make the playoff is because it's the Houston Texans.
They were pretty good at one time.
Yeah, when they was not the Texans.
They weren't the Texans.
Not when it was good. Not when it was good. They had Warren Moon at quarterback.
No, dude. They had Andre Johnson.
Oh, you mean then? Well, that was all right. It was all right.
I said that one time.
That was was all right. That was average.
They were pretty good.
I thought you meant when they had Warren Moon.
No, I didn't say the Houston Oilers.
I know. I was saying that.
You're insane, dude.
I'm just giving crap to Houston Texans fans.
Why?
Because Houston Texans.
We shouldn't give crap to any fan. I mean, you should have your opinion and say, don't be offended, but
I don't care if they're offended or not.
Do you want me to tell the Houston fans your address?
Oh, shoot. Man. Speaking of,
bro, but I wouldn't do that.
I think it'd be pretty funny.
It would be, but on mine, not on yours.
Speaking of possibilities, I was watching ESPN and whatnot this past week, and could Green Bay Packers actually be trading Aaron Rodgers? Is the question.
Been down that road before.
But this seems like it's for real.
They've been down that road before. You know, who you gonna start? Love?
I don't know. I mean,
you gonna get a veteran?
You could go get a. I mean, you got Jimmy G. I mean, he's about to become a free agent. You know, he's not the same, but he's
You're talking about now.
He's less than Aaron Rodgers.
Just think about this. They're in a division that has become and will become tighter next season, right?
I mean, they're at a crossroads, though.
With the rising of Detroit.
Yeah, so why not go out?
Playoff team.
Why not go ahead and trade Aaron Rodgers or let him go to start out fresh, start out young? That way you can compete with those young teams.
Right when he's starting to gel with his receiver, are you insane?
Most of the receivers are leaving, besides one.
That's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. That's just my opinion. Because they've been down this road, they paid him all this money. He's not going in.
I'm just saying.
He's going to retire a pass.
See, here's the thing. Rodgers' trade could be driven by financial reasons.
And he's going to become a Packer. Now, maybe, you never know. He may negotiate his contract.
Do you watch the Pat McAfee show?
I love the Pat McAfee.
Did you hear what he said during that show?
I didn't see that show.
All right, so this comes from Aaron Rodgers, and I'm quoting what he said. He is open to all honest and direct conversations with the Packers, and that a trade wouldn't offend me. A trade would not offend me. That's what he said. A trade wouldn't offend me, and would not make me feel as a victim. So, with that being said, do you think?
No.
Do you think he's saying, "Hey, I want to be traded," or do you think he's saying, "Hey, I might be traded"?
I don't think he's just saying it wouldn't offend him. He's open to whatever, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Just saying.
I just don't feel like I just can't see him making the same mistake Brett Favre made.
I mean, you got to think about this cap situation.
Two different teams after he so-called retired.
That's true. That he went to the Jets and the Minnesota.
And didn't he stain his reputation while he was playing with you guys with the photo of his junk to that girl? Wasn't he a Viking at that time?
That came up as he was playing, but that was back when he first came to the league, when that arose.
Okay, what about the scandal in Mississippi with the money?
We ain't talking about that right now. Because Brett Favre is going to be Brett Favre, and he should be in jail for that. No, we can talk about that. I don't care.
No, he wasn't. But see, he wasn't affiliated with Minnesota when he did that.
No, but I just can't believe he has millions of dollars and he does something stupid like that. He's taken away from communities that can use that.
Yeah, well, that saying, the rich get richer.
Yeah.
And I just think, he is who he is regardless. I've never been, even when he was with Atlanta and then went to Green Bay, I've never been a Brett Favre fan, ever.
I don't like. I can't say I don't like him because I don't like him. But when he played for Minnesota, I think that was his best year after leaving Green Bay because he went to the Jets. He sucked. He went to Minnesota, and I think he got his legacy back. And then all of a sudden, this stuff going on.
Best year he won his Super Bowls in Green Bay.
No. I said his best year after he left Green Bay. That's what I said. After he left Green Bay, Minnesota was his best year. After he left Green Bay, because you got to think he went to the Jets and he sucked. But with everything coming out,
he threw an interception in the playoffs, and that's why they lost again.
Shut up. He took us to the playoffs twice, though. Twice.
In the fourth quarter.
But
on a game-winning drive.
But
don't get me wrong. He was no John Elway.
Okay? No.
But
with all this, coming out about what he did in Mississippi, it kind of sets a bad taste now. And I really don't like bringing his name up when he plays for Minnesota because it's a bad rep.
Oh yeah, it's horrible. I mean, I think that affected everybody in a way, because he was this so-called iconic quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
not just Minnesota, but the face of the NFL.
I mean, he was on commercials. He
goes and does something like that. I think that just left a bad taste in everybody's mouth.
I haven't heard no more about it. I don't know if you have or not. But I feel like he should do some.
Your boys are undisputed. Nailed them to the cross, man.
I feel like he should. I'm just saying recently. Like I haven't heard nothing recently about it. I feel like that he should. I feel like he should be in jail.
Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless ripping the shreds.
Yeah, that was something. That was something. And
Shannon said he should be in jail. He should be jailed.
And you know what's crazy is that Skip is never. How can I put it? Skip is Skip. He does stuff because he wants to do stuff, but he was right about Brett Favre. So was Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah.
Skip has his favorites, and
Skip Bayless is just passionate. About sports, period. And when he can show empathy. He can, the whole thing with DeMar, that was a bad deal for him.
Oh, definitely. But, he should have said that, but I get it.
For the most part, he is a pretty passionate dude when it comes to football.
I mean, that's why.
Not for the Vikings, but
Shut up. And that's why I like Undisputed because I like Skip. I like Shannon Sharpe. That's why I like it. That's why I like Undisputed. I mean, you give me hell about it, but
I like them, but they don't touch me like my guys do.
Timeout. So you let guys touch you?
My guys get up close and personal with the athlete.
No. Timeout. We're not. Timeout. We're not going to fade away. Timeout. We're not going to fade away like you just said. You let guys touch you. We're not going to fade away from that, Holder.
Emotionally.
No, you didn't say that. You didn't say that. You opened that door up.
Really?
You opened that door up, Holder.
It's not a door to open. Only somebody with a sick mind would think that.
You opened it up.
Again.
You opened it up.
You are the bad fruit from the weird tree, okay?
You opened it up. You opened that up. You opened it up.
There are some things that go without having to be said. Have you heard that before?
I have, but you know what?
Goes unsaid.
You know what? Outside of
you and your twisted mind.
Outside of minds.
Molester.
Outside of minds. I wouldn't want to do the show with anybody else. I'm just
You know
saying.
Don't try to spruce it up now. you just called me out on a live show
You opened that door.
about me wanting to be touched by men. Okay?
You opened that door, big guy. If it was me, you do the other way around. If it was me,
No, I wouldn't
yeah, you thought about it.
No, I'm a lot more classier than that.
I don't know.
Come on.
I wouldn't say classy.
Everything I've said on our shows has been to help you.
Me putting on the flask has helped me. I don't even drink.
Hey, you gotta let it go, buddy. You gotta let it go. Take your meds, put down the flask, take off the tutu. You're a man, for crying out loud.
You know what? I have a surprise next show. Speaking of the tutu, I have a surprise for next week.
Oh no.
Yes.
No more surprises.
Oh, you're gonna love the surprise. You're gonna love the surprise.
I can't handle any more surprises. I can't.
You're gonna love the surprise.
I can't. You know, I'm trying to stay on football here, but this white beaded T-shirt and minus below zero weather is traumatizing. Okay, everything that you've done to me mentally has not been good.
Mentally, it wasn't even cold out. It was cold.
It was minus, and below freezing.
It was not that cold.
We were talking for an hour. We were outside for an hour.
I'm gonna say 20 minutes max.
No, and I was wearing a bomber jacket and I was freezing.
You're always cold.
You had a white beaded T-shirt. Anyway, what?
All right.
What do we have next?
I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you for a second so I can tell the fans and subscribers my pick.
I don't know. I want to hear this.
You want to hear? You want to hear it? All right.
Because I'm going to blast you.
All right. So nobody knows this. Nobody knows my pick. I don't even think nobody at work knows my pick. Holder, you don't even know my pick, and me and you talk on a daily basis. For the Super Bowl, I'm going with the underdog. I'm taking KC. That is my pick.
Don't jump on my band.
I'm just saying. I'm not jumping on your bandwagon. I'm going KC.
Bandwagon. See, so now we don't have a winner or a loser for the picks.
I'm just saying. I'm lying. I'm going for Philadelphia. I just want to see what you would say. I'm going for Philadelphia. I just want to see what you would say.
You've been anti-Mahomes.
I just said I'm going for Philadelphia. I want to see what you would say.
After Hill left, you were like,
Holder, you didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. I'm going with the Eagles. I just want to see your outcome. I just want to see your outcome.
Change your picks now.
I just want to see your outcome. I have to go with Philadelphia.
Why are you going with the Eagles?
Because they smacked up my team. They smacked my team. I showed them love. And they put a whooping on the 49ers. Even though 49ers was hurt. And
49ers were hurt, and the 49ers
and I don't think KC's defense can hold with Philadelphia's Eagles offense.
49ers fell apart defensively. They had stupid penalties.
They did. But again,
Josh Johnson didn't help the back either. But
no, he didn't.
Those things compiled, and it just.
But I don't see KC's defense battling Philadelphia's offense like Philadelphia will battle KC's offense. I don't see it happening. I'm taking the Eagles by 10.
So you're saying Hurts is better than Burrow?
Clearly, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say that. I'm saying that Philadelphia's offense line is better. Let's put it that way. It's better
You're
than.
saying Brown is better than Jamar Chase.
I mean, he's better, touchy, a little touchy.
So he's better than Jamar Chase.
Just a little touch, a little tay-tay.
I'm I'm not feeling it. See, I got you pinned up against the wall, man.
I'm just saying. AJ, here's the thing. KC's defense only won by 3. I'm going to say KC won by 3 points against the Cincinnati Bengals. Who, their defense isn't that great. The line is sorry. And like I said more, I mean, KC's defense is average. Is definitely average. They haven't played a team like Philadelphia. Do you really think, in your mind, that Juju is going to get 100-plus yards against the Eagles' defense?
I don't care about Juju Smith. Shut up.
I'm just saying.
Look, a lot of his starting teammates that were hurt will be back. But Super Bowl is 2 weeks away, right? You're not
answering the question, though. Do you really think KC's defense is going to lock down Philadelphia Eagles?
I do. That's why I picked KC.
Negative. Not only do they have Devontae Parker too, another good wideout. Don't mention it. Don't let me go on running backs.
Okay, so what's going to happen if KC wins? What are you going to say then?
Nothing. Nothing I can say.
What's going to be the excuse? Because I agree with you. I think the Eagles' defense is pretty good.
It's nasty good.
I think the Eagles' defense is pretty good. So for me, I think that's the only challenge KC will have. I think their offense is pretty good, but they're not
unstoppable. Their line is really good.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The Eagles lost some games this year, right?
Without Jalen Hurts, yes.
So they're not unstoppable.
Without Jalen Hurts, they lost.
I'm sure they lost with Jalen Hurts.
They lost one game with Jalen Hurts. One game. The other game they lost, right. Jalen Hurts was out.
They lost, right?
Without Jalen Hurts, yeah.
But they lost with Jalen Hurts.
One time.
Okay, but they lost.
One time. This is different.
Is one time.
This is different.
The Super Bowl is
this is different. This is win or go home. And I don't see Jalen Hurts losing this game. Patrick Mahomes has been there how many times? He's won once.
Okay, so you're saying Jalen Hurts is better than Patrick Mahomes?
I'm saying Jalen Hurts wants it more than Patrick Mahomes.
You're saying that Kansas City doesn't have something to prove.
Exactly. Exactly what I'm saying. KC has nothing. KC has nothing.
You don't think KC is playing with the chip?
KC's going to lose. I'm telling you, they're going to lose by 10.
Give me a score there, Mr. Know-It-All.
27-17.
Oh, slapping the face.
27-17.
20. Oh my goodness.
27-17. Eagles going to win.
I want you to double up on me. It's okay.
I'm just saying, Eagles going to win. I don't think KC has what it takes to stop the Eagles' offensive weapons they got, let alone their defense. Slate is going to just.
Here's the problem with that. Kansas City's been there before. They have players on that team that been there before, so they know.
So does the Eagles. Well, okay, there's a couple players on the Eagles that's been there.
Yeah, exactly.
And Jason Kelce.
Pressure of being the biggest game in the
season. And Jason Kelce, he's the oldest brother of Travis Kelce. He wants another ring before he retires. Travis has a few more years left. Jason's about that time to retire.
What are you doing? Trying to make a movie? Are you scripting a movie?
I'm just saying. I'm stating facts there, bud.
You know what you can do with your facts because I'm the clean one on this show. You know what you can do with your facts.
Shove them up mine. Yeah, you're just mad.
I'm mad because Casey's going to win.
Casey, you're mad because I picked the Philadelphia Eagles. That's all. Why would I pick Casey? Casey's an AFC team. Why would I pick an AFC team against an NFC team?
You said the AFC was more talented.
They are, but I'm not going to pick an AFC team that's playing against an NFC team.
You kind of stumbling there, buddy.
Because I'm just letting you know.
Verbal crutches. Get some verbal crutches.
I'm just letting you know that I am not picking against an NFC team for the biggest game.
Oh, when will they learn, fans? When will they learn?
When will you learn that the Philadelphia Eagles is going to win? Didn't Patrick Mahomes lose against TB12 in the Super Bowl? And not to mention that TB12's team wasn't even that good like Casey's team.
It was rigged. Come on, man. You even said that yourself.
Do you have proof I said that? Do you have proof I said that?
Yes, my ears and my brain. You said it was rigged.
Do you have proof I said that?
And
Did you have your?
Before that game was played, TB12 is going to win because it's going to be rigged because he's going to be playing it. You said that yourself.
Do you have proof? Do you have a recording of me saying that?
You're not a man of your word? Is that what you tell?
I don't know what you're talking about, big guy.
You're not a man of your word?
I did say that. I did say it was rigged, but they still lost. It doesn't matter if it's rigged or not, they lost.
You know, just have your choice of hotel. Just keep in touch with the wife, okay? So whenever she's ready to take you back, you'll be in good standing. But it's going to take a while for this to blow.
No. Look, Eagle fans, I'm with you guys. They're going to win. They're going to win.
You're an Eagles fan, and you slander Houston fans.
What's wrong with Eagles? Eagles are a lot better than Houston.
They're like the dirtiest fans in the NFL.
I don't know that.
I know that. And I know the Browns are second.
I'll give you the Browns, but the Eagles, I don't know about the Eagles.
What? The Eagles boo their own quarterback. They throw stuff on the field.
Not
McNabb.
McNabb. Okay, you know what? McNabb lost to the Super Bowl. That's why they got mad. That's why.
They were doing that before he got the Super
Bowl.
He had a bad game. Donovan McNabb should have been a farmer because every time he threw the ball, there was dirt coming up from the ground. Okay? The poor guy.
And he had no weapons. None. And don't only say T.O.
The whole world thought T.O. was the man.
T.O. was terrible.
Jackson was good.
Deshaun was okay. T.O. sucked ass. I don't ever want people to say T.O.'s name in the same sentence.
He's Messiah.
He's terrible.
Thank you.
Shoot. I mean, if that's the case, you might as well say T.Y. Hilton's good.
T.Y. Hilton is good. Was good.
He's better than T.O.
Let me ask you a question.
He's better than T.O.
When do you ever see Jerry Rice? Only when the 49ers are winning. Right? He's nowhere to be seen in that organization.
You know why? Because Jerry is Jerry. He doesn't want to take up time. People recognize people recognize him when it's the 49ers' time.
The day of the championship or the day of the NFC championship, there's Jerry Rice, right? Throughout the season, our seasons prior to this,
he doesn't want to take time away from the 49ers. That's why he didn't want to take up.
Man, Franco Harris was around the team all the time.
What are we talking about Jerry Rice and Franco Harris for?
4 Super Bowl winning play, okay?
Jerry Rice
is a fair weather Niners fan. I can't take nothing away from who he was as probably the greatest wide receiver to play the game. But in support of the Niners, he's only around when they win. It's a shame. With his balding, trying to have dreads. He kills him.
He's bald head now. Anyways, of course.
Yeah, but his hairline starts at the 150-yard line.
Don't talk about Jerry Rice like that. Don't talk about him like that. And you don't see Steve Young or Joe Montana around, do you? No, it's Jerry Rice. You see anybody else around?
Yeah, you do. Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, they show his commercials. And then
What does commercial gotta be?
Steve Young is a commentator. Of course, he's going to be around.
Steve Young don't even count. Joe Montana is not around the team like Jerry Rice. They just do commercials. Jerry Rice is there.
I believe Steve Young did win the Super Bowl.
He did, but no one cares about Steve Young right now. Nobody. All right.
Well,
so since the picks are in, and the Philadelphia Eagles are going to tear up the KC, just want you to know it's going to be nice knowing you.
Yeah, I'll send you a postcard. I'll be in Washington when the game is broadcasted. So
when are you going to Washington?
Monday.
Oh shoot! Yeah, that's right. I guess we gotta, send you the score if you're at work. That being said, fans, subscribers, listeners, check us out on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is Third Down with Morgan Holder, 3RD Down with Morgan Holder. Check out our Facebook page. Facebook page is Third Down with Morgan Holder, 3RD Down with Morgan Holder. Also, I have a Twitter page now, and that Twitter page is Third Down with Morgan Holder, 3RD Down with Morgan Holder. Or you can also shoot us an email, and that email is Third Down, 3RD Down with Morgan Holder at gmail.com. Season's almost over with, guys. I like to have fun. I want to read some comments, give us feedback, tell us your favorite part of the show, and what is your prediction for Super Bowl. Holder, you got anything to say?
After all that, I'm speechless, but I'm always going to give my state penalty free, and we hope to hear from you guys, or I hope you guys attend our next show. Football forever, with the exception of Morgan. Football forever for all of my people.
Don't let fourth down get you.